Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am joined by another amazing guest.
Yes.
His name is Pastor Mbugua, and I am so excited. He is a personality coach, but I'm gonna let him do the introductions.
All right.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here in your YouTube channel. Yes, as she said, my name is Mbugua. I'm a certified personality coach. And today we're going to have some really exciting topics that Shykoh will guide us through, and also to talk about what your handwriting says about you, top 5 colors, all that, even through how you handle a rap. It's going to be an exciting show. Please stay tuned.
You can tell someone's personality from their handwriting.
Yes.
And I remember the first time I met Mark was in high school, way back when I was in high school, a school called Mbugua Can, and he had come on mission.
Yes.
And during that time, he started reading people's handwritings after the service, and I was so curious, and I was like, what is this? I've never seen such a thing. It was just an amazing experience. And just the other day, he came to bring his sister at our studio for a master class, and
wow.
I was like,
awesome.
You have to come to my show.
Yes.
So thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
coming.
being on as well.
Yeah, I've always been wondering, like since now you told me about the whole life coach thing and handwriting thing, how is it even possible to read someone's handwriting? Is this something you have learned from school? Is it something that you are born with? Is it a gift?
All right, thank you so much for bringing that up. And also, it's an honor to be on your show. And also with the team, a shout out to the team that we went to Mbugua as well.
Yeah.
And back to your question, this is a God-given gift. I have a long story around this. Began at age, actually, let me begin with Form 3 to Form 4. Let me keep the age aside, though it was age 7, where I had a personal experience with God. But at Form 3, Form 4, when I started talking to people, I thought it was counseling at that time. Because people used to come to me, and back then it was a big deal. When you have Form 3s, Form 4s coming to a Form 1, because they started noticing that in Form 3, but I had begun in Form 1 to tell people how they are. By the time I was in Form 3, Form 4, guys started coming, they're like, hey, there's a kid in high school, hey, you go and talk to him because he's actually telling people things before they happen. So Form 3, Form 4, that's where the journey began for me. That this is a God-given gift. And it's very important to point out to people, to Christians who might be watching this, the thing about God-given gifts, we are scared. Some Christians are scared to walk in their spiritual gifts. Of the Holy Spirit. Let me just bring that up, because people are comfortable talking about the fruits of the Holy Spirit. Love, joy, peace, and you know the list. But when you talk about gifts such as discernment and prophecy, where this gift is rooted at, I didn't know about that. I had to create a relationship around it. In fact, it took my parents, who are my spiritual mentors, to tell me it's a prophetic gift and a discernment. I didn't know. I thought it was counseling because people are coming one-on-one. So it started becoming bigger, started growing. I started seeing even some reports tomorrow, telling them through their handwriting, doing it in real time. I thought, wow, this is so huge, but I didn't know how these gifts started to operate. So by the time I cleared school, I grew in the gift because I started to grow my courage because I was fearful. Guys are gonna think, hey, where is this guy getting his powers from? So I didn't know about that. So the reason why I'm talking out to you, perhaps you dream, you have visions, and they think, hey, it's not as powerful, maybe it's spooky, please grow in them. So that's how it for me began. I've never worked anywhere, because when you have this kind of gift, you start knowing, hey, this is an assignment, this is your office, this is what I do full time. So in relation to getting to know how, and it's what it's through handwriting, the way you walk, talk, top 5 colors, the list is endless. So it's going to be an exciting time.
I'm excited about it. You mentioned you had your first encounter with God at
age 7.
Age 7,
Age 7, yes. Here's the reason. I had tonsillitis. They were so big they looked like a corridor. So I had this huge neck. And what worked out for me is because that's when I gave my life to Christ. My mother led me to Christ. And it was interesting how it began. I loved reciting, so she took me through the Lord's Prayer. That's how I was actually led to it. And then eventually my father came in strong to actually help me grow in the gift. So when was my encounter with God? It was too much, and I was having my own chemist at home because I was buying so much medicine to deal with it. It was so big, and I even thought, now this is an operational case.
Yeah.
Went to hospital, and the hospital bed at the corner, I remembered the story of King Hezekiah and his encounter with God. I prayed to God, I was like, hear me about this and I'll serve you. I got healed.
Wow.
That's why my encounter with God. Since then till now, still growing. But I made about people knowing themselves and reconnecting some relationships with God and also understanding your purpose in life. Some of you are too gifted and you're scared to begin. Today we're going to talk about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So, so I told him he's gonna, since he has that gift and he reads handwritings, he can read my handwriting here so that you guys can see what we are talking about.
Yes. So I'm really want to touch on very key areas about your handwriting.
Yes.
By the way, for those who know Shykoh, you need to really connect with her on several grounds. I'm going to share about her personality because I just looked at it and I already have a couple of things to share about her. You know, one thing people like about you, Shykoh, is your interactive nature. You might not know about this, but you really know how to bring people together and actually connect with them. Please, if you connect with Shykoh, mind your words. Shykoh, when it comes to words, when it comes to interaction, please value that about her. That's the sensitive side about Shykoh. Work on the approach. Even if you're correcting her or you're happy about her, it's about approach. She will listen to you. If you do not work on the approach, then Shykoh will shut you down. It's not because she does not want to listen to you, but the words, choice of words, tone of voice, Shykoh, those are the things that you don't like.
Yeah.
And then
I don't like tone.
Tone of voice. If you're gonna find, if you're not in agreement with her, work on the tone. Find a space to reach out to her. You come with those high tones, she's gonna shut down and walk away to protect herself from reacting back because she can. It does not mean she can't, she can, but that's more about her personality. Work ethic, I love how you have handled stuff all along. It's trying. For Shykoh, it's about, you know what, until I've tried it, back and even give it my all, then no, let's keep trying. So if you're a friend and you want to partner with her, you have to have that tenacity with her. She has that level of tolerance. Relationship seeker shares all them because that's kind of private. If you're into her, I'm just going to share one thing that is just general. Please relate with her from a sensitive level. Build her up. She's got so many ideas that she wants to do. Give her the space. Relate with her. You get to know what her dreams are all about. Imagine all that through one piece of paper.
I'm not even seeing you like go through it.
I just had to pick the 2-3 lines, and that's more about it.
So when you look at it, what are you looking at exactly?
I'm looking at a couple of things. Your handwriting carries about 23 to 26 characteristics. It's the first thing you began with. You began by learning alphabets before you started constructing sentences.
Yeah.
So it's a very big part of your life. Therefore, these 23 to 26 characteristics about you carry your moods, carry emotions, carry how you approach life, carry how you process the information, and even how you want to be treated. That's the tricky part. That's what even I picked up. So the size, the slanting, and all these things, how you combine your handwriting. Some of you really squeeze in one small space umejeza karibu line mbili hapo. Who talks about that? Wengine wengi mnaanza kuandika na mmalizi. All those things talk something about you. Please, your piece of paper carries so much. There's a future coming through that actually. So that's what I was able to pick up from all that. Imagine, and so much more that's so private. That's only for me.
Yes, thank you so much. That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So let me ask you, you mentioned about Christians and the gifts of the Spirit.
Yeah.
Are there special gifts for people? Ama, can you as a Christian, for example, speaking in tongues, it's a gift?
Yes, it is.
Do you believe it's for some people? Ama, do you believe it's for everyone? It's just that you have to desire it and walk in it.
Yes, so these gifts are freely given. You know, the goal here is to understand your main purpose. You're not here to squeeze in into a gift, let's say speaking in tongues for you to look, you're already filled in the Spirit.
Yeah.
There are other forms of walking in your spiritual authority. That's the problem. The problem is you want to squeeze in some areas where you feel, I think this has an authority greater than this. It also gives some healing. Some of us want to squeeze into that and want to pray for people and feel like, wow, yes, a miracle happened. And perhaps you have the gift of faith, which means you've got enough courage, not for your own, to actually build it in others. Why can't you walk in that? There's also a prophetic gift. Some of you dream, some of you have visions, some of you will feel things before they happen. Why are you chasing the gift of healing when you have the gift of prophecy? See, these are the things that I want to build up in people. And for some of you who are not Christians as well, you can relate on the aspect and the principle that yes, there's an ordained purpose for you. We are meant to connect, we are meant to interact and be at our best. So the thing is about understanding the goal. I fear. I walked in a form of fear of not beginning. There's judgment in what I do. And by the way, that's something that comes within the calling, that comes within the purpose. I'm not celebrated everywhere, by the way. There are places where I'm not even celebrated. I'm tolerated. And maybe this is going out for somebody. It's important to know your position in people's lives. You see, it's not everywhere guys are gonna clap for you, thank you for being a blessing. Hey, some places they're like, why are we even here? That should not even mean that you can't give. The question is, be comfortable. That must exceed the aspect that you think it's small, it's gonna be bigger. You know, when you are doing missions, like you said, I didn't know when you were going out in her show, I'm in her show with you.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So that's how big this is. Please give it a chance, give it room, and it's gonna grow.
So it's about finding out what your gift is and walking in that.
And just walking in that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And hold on that as much as possible.
Okay. If you want a more, do you do one-on-one sessions?
I do one-on-one sessions. Currently now it's online because of how things are. But yes, that's something that we can do, a live session.
And awesome.
One-on-one.
So he can guide you through your personality, he can read your handwriting. So guys, kindly check him. He has very many Instagram IGTV videos talking on very many things also.
Eating habits also in relationships as well.
Oh my god, eating habits.
Eating habits, go check them out.
Good. For those something that to Instagram, check him out on IG at _Mbugua.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a comment so that you can also interact there. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's go meet, and I look good.